Greetings! Anton here with a super quick H3VR devlog update for you folks. This week is just primarily a small patch involving bug fixes for the game. There's sort of like two sides of things that I've been working on the past week. One of them is that it's somewhere along the way working on the looting character. I kind of like broke the rampart mode of taking hold while trying to like make it work better. So yeah, it's been completely broken for the past week. It should now all be fixed, not just fixed, but tuned better for the way a bunch of the corner cases in the maps should be gone. Be aware that if you're a modder out there and you've made a custom take and hold map that works on the experimental build, you're going to want to make sure that the bounds of your hold points is actually accurately represented and that they don't overlap supply points. So I have to struggle with getting that fixed was that it was partially a code problem and partially a how I set up the map like 7 years ago problem. So all fixed. And then beyond that, the other thing that we've been working on has been continuing to make sure that stuff for H3VR Studio is humming and working as desired. A number of folks have tried making some characters. It has done exactly what I hoped it would do, which is uncover a bunch of underlying bugs that have always been in the game, but that never actually really got triggered because of the way only I had made content for them. So I've been collating characters with the helps of our Discord community, looking for things that are broken. We're dealing with it in a couple ways. One, we're doing some bug fixes just to make sure those underlying systems are both more solid, but also when they fail gracefully and usefully. I have added a bunch of extra code verification now. When you go to load a custom character with the little take and hold a sausage, it actually partially loads the character and does a bunch of, code verification on it. And if it notices something is wrong, as much as I can at this point, it'll prevent you from loading the character and will spit out a hopefully useful error message that you can pass on to the creator of that character. And in certain cases that error message might relate to the character, sometimes might relate to my code. But we'll slowly get these things iterated. This was always going to be a bit of a messy process, which is why I wanted to just sort of like slowly, progressively roll out this tool set, because it was going to be bumpy, but it is all going to plan. It's going super well. Nathan continues to update the H3VR Studio app side of things with just once again like extra quality of life things, making sure we all have the data types represented. But yeah, and in addition to that, I know a number of people like opened up the app, looked at it, and were like, I have no idea what to do with this. This is a lot of buttons. I'm going to be putting together some simple tutorial videos very, very soon that'll be popping onto the channel here for those of you who want to get started doing simple things with it. They'll probably have to be updated later if we end up changing some things about the interface. But yeah, so that's the general plans. And as always, as you try out studio content, try to, if something doesn't work, leave a useful comment on that given workshop piece. Please be patient with everyone who is making stuff and putting it on the workshop. Just because something's busted, don't necessarily assume that the person who's posted it has done something wrong. Totally might be on our end. And that's the whole point of this phase, is to sort of like converge things and make sure it's smooth for everyone else. So yeah, your patience as we get this all humming is deeply appreciated. Anywho, that's all I have for you this week. There's a full change list posted with tonight's update. As I said, it's mostly bug fixes and tuning and things like that. And yeah, I'll see y'all folks next week. Peace.